Good evening. I'm coming to you again in the wee hours of the night. It just because I've been out in the tractor for quite a few hours, it kind of almost makes it seem like it is the middle of the night because it's getting darker faster too, and I'm not really thrilled about that either, but it is kind of fun to see different names pop up during the live presentation when I come to you a little bit later in the day too. Hi Deb, hi Nancy. So yeah, I'm not saying that I will always be doing the night thing, and tomorrow, depending on what my schedule is with harvest and being out in the tractor, hopefully I'll get a video out to you guys, but we'll see how that goes. It's just busy days, but gorgeous days. It's just a really good harvest, and so that is exciting. So nothing to complain about here. I love being out in the tractor when I'm out there, and I love being home when I'm home, so I have the best of both worlds. So yes, I'm just gonna pull up my iPad to make sure that I can catch comments or anything too as we get started. So I just finished up doing my demonstrations for Pam Crinky's virtual stamp party, and that was fun. And so tonight what I'm going to start off with is card number 1 for October's virtual stamp camp. So since I'm not doing any stamp camps in person for the rest of 2020, just to keep everyone safe, and I haven't figured out how that would look to get people together and keep people safe, because you touch my stamps, you touch my cardstock, you touch my dimensionals, you touch my ribbon, you touch my ink pads, you touch my punches. And so if anybody would just happen to go like that before they touch anything, who knows what could happen. And so I take all of that into consideration, that when we get together, we're pretty safe people. Yet it's just, I want the best for everyone. So that's why I made that decision. So for October, once again, I am bringing you virtual stamp camp, and tonight is card number 1. And it looks like my iPad's all ready to go. So here is card number 1, and I'm going to feature once again some of the designer series paper that is on sale. So this is really busy tonight, and I'm using the Playful Pets. And so let me get that turned around for you, because I think I'm at that point where I can do that for you guys. And oops, get my glue dots out of the way there. I'll get my tripod to face the right way. There we go. Okay, so I'm challenging myself to use paper that is on the designer series paper sale, and I'm loving all of it. And so tonight I'm going to be using the Playful Pets designer series paper. So instead of that one normally being $11.50, it is $9.78 for the 12 by 12 package. Hi Barb, hi Shelly. And so I did show you the card facing the other way. As always, love it. Oh, thanks, Lisa. And so this one, because it's such a busy pattern and the dog's gray, it doesn't really have a big pop, but I kind of like that it almost makes it look 3D because of the busyness and how he's just kind of right there. And so this card might not even make sense when I'm holding it up to start my video, just because of how everything's reversed and everything. Okay, so here's the card. And I did quite a few things with the cats previously. Like this is from the annual catalog. I should start there maybe. The annual catalog. If you like to follow along, on page 40, it has the whole Playful Pets suite. And it has just darling, darling, darling little samples there for you using all sorts of stamps and the paper. And so the paper is here, and then the stamp set is on the next page, as well as some coordinating things. I love that they've kind of put in this "you might also like" little section here. So there's a cat punch, a dog punch, and then the Way to Goat stamp set, because usually people that like this type of stuff might like the other whimsical goat that I used, I think, last week. So okay, so it's from there, and then this is the paper that is on sale. And so I'm using some of this busy stuff here, but I love, there's like the little cute dog bowl, the pet paws, and then the bone, and then the food dish. And so then there's all these fun images too. Hint, hint, that's where the dog's going to be coming from. That is going to be my focal point. So just lots of fun stuff. And actually, when I was getting ready to cut this out for my card, I thought, oh, this is going to be so fun to use for something else too. So I feel like Stampin' Up! Gave kind of equal attention to both the dogs and the cats, and I've done quite a bit with the cats. If you remember the grumpy cat, and then the Halloween, I did kind of the spooky cat and cut out a lot of cats. So I thought I've done quite a few cat cards and nothing with the dog. So it is time for the dog to get some attention. So the same dog that's on the card here, I'll show you. I'm going to cut that out of the designer series paper, but you could also, if you didn't want him in gray and wanted him in a different color, cinnamon cider blends really do a fun job of coloring him in. So this is the same thing, and there's dies for all of these things here, and then some extra paw prints too. Okay, so to start with my card, let me get that over here so I can kind of copy as I go. I did my card this morning, and like I said, that feels like almost 2 days ago. So I might need that for help there. So my card base is going to be basic black. Hello, Diane. It's good to see you joining in. So basic black is a good color for this. It really makes everything pop. Red and white always look great with basic black. I almost thought about using, say, like the cinnamon cider color or the basic gray too for the card base, but I just thought, you know, I'll go with basic black, and then I'm bringing in some basic gray kind of for a highlight. So my card base 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 as usual. And then before I start doing some of this assembling, a lot of this card is just kind of assembly. I took some basic gray, and this is just like a 1-inch strip here. And so I'm going to just attach this right across. I didn't know if I wanted it to be skinnier, just because all these little images were kind of little, and so a lot of times I scale my accent pieces or accessories kind of down to that scale too. But I kind of like how the dog can sit on this like a rug or something, that type of look. So I'm just going to make sure that that's even across there like so. And then I want to add some ribbon too, just a little bit. And so this is the Playful Pets Trim combo pack. So when you buy this, it comes as a 2-pack in a baggie. And I've been with my cats, when I've made cat cards, I've been using a lot of the black and white. It's like a thick baker's twine, and I really like that. Yes, Lisa, I am using scraps again. So I really wanted to bring in my my basic gray. Good point. And it's always, I don't know if you guys get as excited as I do, but whenever I think, okay, I want about this size piece, you know, for something, and I'll just have in my mind like, okay, about a 1-inch by whatever. So this was along like 8 1/2 or maybe even 11-inch 1-inch strip, and I'm like, okay, perfect. This is going to be exactly what I need it for, and you'll see more of it as I build my card too. So I keep all those scraps because not only does it help save on your materials, but it helps save time when it's right there so that you can use it. Hi, Julie. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so out of the 2-pack of the combo, like I said, I've been using a lot of the black and white thick baker's twine, and the other is kind of a nice 1/8 inch real red stitched ribbon. So I'm not going to even do any tying, any bows or anything with that. I'm going to go to my glue dots and find my first one and just kind of go, okay, that's going to be behind there in the middle. And then find the next one and put that behind there in the middle. And then just kind of gently lay it on my paper because I want it to stick to my paper with those glue dots on there. And then with my ribbon cutting scissors, snip that off. And then I find that glue dot back there. And then make sure it doesn't fold over. And I'm going to put that across the front there, and hopefully the glue dots are halfway lined up. So we'll see. Okay, There, pretty good. And you can always just kind of adjust a little bit too. Okay, so now I think this is ready to get taped onto my basic black. And I just go right over my ribbon too, because I feel like it's stuck in the glue dot, but then having more adhesive go right over it will help adhere that to my card base or the card front too. So already we have a nice building block of the base of the card here, like so. And then when it comes to the rest of the pieces here, I have a glue dot on here and I don't want it to stick to my card or anything else I am doing. There we go. Take that thing off. Okay, so I want to go back to the designer series paper here that is on sale. Hi, Connie. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so I have all these cute dog images, and on the back, I like stripes, but this wasn't like my biggest fear. This probably, yeah, the camera does pick that up. I wasn't sure. It's almost one of those that kind of blind you, but it wasn't my like biggest fear to cut into this. Like sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to cut into that one, but I do want to cut into this side, and I'm just going to take this jog here and I'm just kind of roughly cutting him out like so. So we have just him, and oh, could be a her too. Kind of reminds me of Lady and the Tramp, so that would be the him maybe. Okay, and then like I said, there's these great Pets dies that I'm going to use. So this die is going to cut him out perfect. And then the other thing that it cuts out is another style of dog and 2 more cats. And then these fun little paw prints that are actually heart-shaped too. So that's kind of fun. So those are the dies that are in there. And then I just need to line him up with the die. And that's really easy. It's easy to do, but I did realize too, it's kind of fun that Stampin' Up! Thought that we would want all these extra little hairs on the dog. So I just kind of have to go, all right, and line everything up and make sure that the hairs are coming out too. Okay, there we go. And I'll just sandwich that and run it on through like so. And there we have the cute little puppy guy. I think he's just so fun. He's so cute looking. And I do know that this bundle and this paper and everything in this suite was really popular. Whoops, let me grab this card. When it first came out. So I think it's kind of fun that I can bring you some ideas if you already have the things to kind of get you going with that. So he's ready to go. And then I wanted to stamp out a little accessory piece, and that's going to be the dish, the little dog dish. It can be a water bowl or the dog food, and that I'm just going to stamp out. Actually, at least I'm using more scraps. I just saw this little piece on my desk and I'm like, I know my bowl is going to fit right in this little piece. I'm going to end up cutting it out anyway. So that's perfect. A lot of times I don't cut or save, I should say, as many white little scraps just because I get lots of white little scraps, but that one was still on my desk. So I'm going to color these in with my Real Red blends. So I'm going to look and see, this is the dark Real Red. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm just going to go around the edge of the bowl and the top and just kind of circle it there, and then put some around the bottom and edges. So that's with the dark, and then I'm just going to open up the light and just kind of fill in that top and go to the edges so I can pull some of the dark to make it actually blend like so. Just kind of, just a little bit of that is perfect to give me some color here. So you can see what the blends do there. I love the blends. And so it's just adding a little bit, and then there's not a die for this, but it's super easy to cut out. So I'm just gonna do a quick cut here. Like so with my non-ribbon cutting scissors. And let's see. And I can tell that these aren't, because you can just feel that they're a lot more jagged than my other ones. So, okay, cute. It's almost like a little Barbie accessory. It's just fun. Okay, so I've got that. And then the next thing that I want to stamp out is the sentiment. And I love the sentiment. I hope your day is a real treat. Can tell that it's a little bit darker. It looks like it's darker because I'm used to filming my live videos during the day when I've got tons of sunlight coming in my dining room here. And okay, so I'm going to just kind of center that. And this again, Lisa will be thrilled. I'm using a 1-inch strip that I just had. And so I just stamped that on there. And then before I cut, I want to show you where I found my little heart. So with this paper, you hardly even notice like these little hearts here, but there are hearts. And then this dog punch I almost brought in because this kind of coordinates. You can use the dog punch for a quick, easy way to accent your card. I could use the dog punch on the card instead of that. Hello, Rachel. Thanks for joining in. So with the dog punch, there's this little heart too that you can use as a punch. I'm going to see if I need to trim my paper more. Nope, it'll fit. So it's not like a perfect fit, but it's the same shape. I mean, a heart shape is a heart shape, but we all know that there's some that are more oblong or not and such. So this works to punch that out with just a little bit of an extra white outline. So I'm kind of going to watch carefully when I cut out my dog from the paper that I save my little hearts to add these. So with a glue dot, I'm just going to take a glue dot to secure it because glue dot's super sticky, super small. So I just press that heart right in there, and when I peel it off, I've got the glue dot on there. And then I'm just going to put that next to the sentiment. I hope your day is a real treat. And then I need my scissor, and I'm just going to cut that straight up like so. And it did come out straight. There we go. Sometimes I have better luck cutting upside down to get it straight. Okay, so that's a really fun little, just tiny accent piece to add to the sentiment. So I think I'm ready to just do my layering on to the top of the card here. So I'm going to start with the dog and just put some of these dimensionals on the dog to pop him up. I think I'm going to do about 4 of them here like so. And oops, 1, 2, 3, 4 stickers pulled off. And then that's going to go right on top of that ribbon. Actually, I want them to be up a little bit more just so I see some more of that basic gray underneath him. And then the little bit of the treat thing, I just want kind of a little strip from the edge here of my dimensionals, that little skinny strip. I always say that I love the edges because it's just perfect for things like this. And then hopefully that'll be the right size that I need. Yes, perfect. So I have that here so that it fits right underneath the ribbon. And then on top of it, I didn't put any dimensional on the top, so it sits right on the ribbon there. And then I'm just going to put some more dimensionals on my sentiment here. Oops, dropped a little piece. I'm going to pick it up so I don't step on it and squash it into my floor. Okay, won't be the first time. And then this is all popped up, and this just really is a good way, with it being the darker gray, to have the sentiment still show up when it's such a busy card. So hope your day is a real treat and such. And then I always like to say at the end, I want to show you how I finish the inside and add my accessory. Well, this is kind of the accessory I thought about using, but I'm not going to use an accessory because these little, there's treats for cats and dogs, and so this is the Playful Pets trinkets, and I just kind of want to highlight them even though I'm not using them this time. So for the dogs, I've used up all my cat ones already, which was a cute little heart charm, but how cute are these little charms with a little doggy treat bone? But it looks like you should probably thread some of that fun baker's twine ribbon through there, and I didn't want to try and run it through here or do anything. I felt like if I'm going to add that, it's going to look like I tried too hard to add it. So I'm just foregoing it for this time, but you know me, I'll do another card using the dogs, and then I will incorporate that treat into there. So no accessory for the top, but I will show you what I'm going to do for the inside. And that is just going to be enjoy. I could put happy birthday, but it's like, well, maybe this isn't going to be used for a birthday card for you. So I hope your day is a real treat. So that works for anything that's going to be fun. It doesn't have to be a birthday, but it could be. So that's why the enjoy is perfect. And then I'm just going to redo the cute little pet dish there for the inside. And then I'm just going to tape that down for the inside to kind of just follow through that theme. And you could color yours in if you are thinking, oh, I like that card, I want to make one myself. It's up to you if you want to color that in. A lot of times I just leave mine blank so that it doesn't look like I'm competing with the colorful fun front there too. Okay, so that is my card for today. And here is, a lot of times I'm noticing I'm not getting my my like little note here, October stamp camp, but that's not too important, and I'll tell you why here. I'm gonna get turned around. So so that is card number 1 for my October stamp camp. And so like I said, a lot of times, excuse me, I need a drink of water. I was outside today in the tractor and it's so dry. It was like 80 degrees practically and windy. So it's like, oh, I just want to drink a whole lake now. So that was card number 1. And so that little note says October stamp camp and it has the code. So this was just card number 1. And then hopefully if I get time with Harvest, then I'll be bringing you cards 2, 3, and 4 yet this week. So that would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that would give you 4 of the 10 cards that I will be designing. And so if you're interested in getting the whole set of 10 of my virtual stamp camp cards, you can just place an order, a minimum order of $75 will get you all 10 cards for free using that code, and that code will be posted. So as soon as I sign off here, then I go over and upload the card with all the details of what I used to make my card, right down to the cardstock colors, the designer series paper colors and everything. And then I once again will show you that code in this post so that you know what my October stamp camp, so that you have that code to get you the free cards. And you can always just contact me. There's numerous ways to contact me, and just say, hey Belle, I want the set of 10 cards. And you don't even have to do that today because this was just card 1. You might go, that wasn't my favorite. Maybe all 10 are going to be ugly this month. So then you can just debate, like, I think I'm going to have like the cutoff be October 25th. And hopefully by then, I know I have quite a few virtual hostesses, but that will give you a better idea of what the rest of the cards will look like too as the month goes on. And once again, it'll be a great variety, and I will be using a lot of the designer series paper on my cards this month because it's on sale, and I love giving you guys ideas using products that are on sale just to give you inspiration, or if you already have it, just to show you ways that you can use it, or if you use yours up because I did give you ideas, then you can order more while it's on sale too. So if you have any questions, as always, let me know, but super excited to start in on my October virtual presentation for Stamp Camp cards, and hope you guys are all staying well, staying healthy, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow too. I don't have a time because I know it's gonna be busy. So take care, bye-bye.